Hello, LeftTube. I apologize if my hair is a little out of sorts. It's been pretty hot today, and that is thanks to global heat waves that have been setting this world literally on fire. I'm just thankful that the region that I'm in is currently temperate enough that this is not the case. But that may not always be the case, because this is the reality of the rapid acceleration of global warming. I thought you died alone. And when I release this video, a man named David Koch will have been dead for several days. And maybe you will have seen headlines like this one, or like this one. But I want to push back against those ideas. Now, I don't necessarily want to speak ill of the dead, but I want to say that David Koch and his brother Charles have had a well-documented negative impact in American politics. The two of them happen to be oil billionaires, and that shapes a lot of these philanthropic donations that these articles talk about. Their donations were not charity. They were investments in policy and in think tanks and in organizations that would carry out the political aims of deregulation of the fossil fuel industry for their personal profit. And I bet that every penny that they donated, they made back in profits that they wouldn't have made without that deregulation, maybe fivefold. So I really have to push back on this idea of thinking of David Koch as a philanthropist. And there are a lot of notable right-wing organizations that are going to be trying to push this story over the next couple of weeks. Because if obscene amounts of money in donations buy nothing at all, the one thing they do buy is a legacy and a certain amount of respect from the groups that you donate to. But that is a false narrative, because David Koch and his contributions to the political climate, the ecological climate, and our literal fucking climate place him easily on the top 10 of people who have been detrimental to our environment the most during my lifetime and during your lifetimes. And I consider that to be a pretty easy call, because of all the people who should be on that list, and really I don't like singling it out to individual people because it really is best seen as a systemic issue, but his contributions to the system that perpetuate the problems that cause global climate change has been more monumental than many other people alive, excluding perhaps his brother, whom we still have to contend with in America. But really, instead of saying rest in peace to David Koch, we should be saying good fucking riddance. And we should hope that now that a lot of these oil bucks aren't lobbying our politicians anymore, coming from one of the single wealthiest investors in these types of things, that maybe there is hope that we as individuals, with our contributions to political campaigns, can fund some fucking sanity in America. Now that the crazy bucks, or at least a small portion of them, have died off.
Alright, you know what to do by now. It's YouTube. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description.